We want to get every kid in New Zealand cooking, learning to cook, learning to have a good relationship with their food, and really learning how to make healthy food.
Learning what's in their food, right?
Absolutely.
Are you surprised about how little children know about what they're eating, Bex?
Absolutely. I think the key thing with cooking is that kinesthetic hands-on learning, and so when they're actually putting in the ingredients into their bowl, they can actually see for themselves what they're putting in their food.
How much sugar's going in, for example?
Exactly, and they can start to make decisions. Do I really want to put in a tablespoon of sugar? No, I don't. Maybe I can use some berries instead for that natural sugar.
Okay, so the idea is to associate with SCIDS, which is the after-school care program, right?
Yes.
Right.
And how are you going doing that?
Well, we've developed a really great program called Foodstorm, and that is comprised of 13 recipes. And we have bundled this little program together that we can then sell to SCIDS franchisees, and they can come to the training, buy the program, and run it in their own sites. And that's potentially reaching 5,000 kids.
And then you have a loftier ambition, which is to get it to every child.
Absolutely.
In New Zealand schools, yes.
Primary schools or any age?
Yes, primary.
Schools.
Okay, give me an example of a recipe. What do you do? I can see
Okay.
a classic spag bowl there, obviously a real New Zealand favourite.
yeah.
What else?
Okay, so the program was developed with essential recipes that we thought actually everyone should know, but it's such a fundamental age, primary school, for these kids to grab hold of it and engage, so it's the perfect age and the perfect audience. So these are 13 recipes that they should know, and so you've got your basic scrambled eggs, you've got your soup, you've got a fish pie, so you're learning about a white sauce, how to make a white sauce.
Baked beans, homemade baked beans?
Homemade baked beans.
With a homemade tomato sauce with them?
Absolutely. You've got... we think every kid should know how to make a cake for mum and dad for their birthdays, but this is a cake fueled by natural sugars.
Now, are you surprised how few children know how to do this stuff now?
Absolutely. We run our own cooking classes, and there's so many kids who come in and they're almost so hesitant. They don't know if they're allowed to just get involved, and they can't believe that they can put the stuff in the bowl and mix it and tick off the ingredients, and it gives them such a huge sense of accomplishment to be able to do that. But no, I'm surprised that there aren't a lot of kids that know how to do it. I mean, even our kids' friends who come over and they watch our kids cooking, and they just stand there and they don't understand. They don't know how to do it at all. They just are not given the opportunity.
What about the parents? What's their engagement when the kids are coming home with a sense of empowerment in the kitchen, an understanding of recipes, and a desire to contribute in the kitchen?
I think
It's incredible.
I think the great thing about this program is it's a dual kind of attraction. You've got the parents that want them best for their kids, so they want them to be eating healthy food, and then you've got the children at the other end that actually want to do it because of the fun. There's a lot of fun with this. I mean, we don't just call it spag bowl, we call it hearty spag bowl. It's got a face, it's shaped like a heart, and then you've got the capsicum heart in the middle. Got eyes on things. I mean, that's the fun, and that's how the children become engaged.
And because they're making it from scratch, because they understand the ingredients, because they're thinking about everything, then it is complete and utterly opposite to the kind of processed foods that...
Yes, and there's joy. In all of the pictures that we see of the children in the class, there's this huge smile, and we're not making it up, it's for real, smile and pride.
They
of what
are
they've done.
so proud, and because they've made it and they're around the food, they want to eat it. And the parents come to us and say, "I can't believe they're eating this now."
Now, one of the problems, of course, is that food from scratch is time-consuming because you've got to go and buy all the ingredients, and also it can be expensive. I mean, it's probably more expensive to make baked beans at home than it is to buy a can of them. So, how are you addressing the money concerns, the money issues here?
These are all standard pantry items in this particular Foodstorm program, designed with budget in mind. We only have one meat dish in there. Everything else should be stuff that should be in the pantry. Bread is it's yeast, the power of yeast, wholemeal bread, apples, stuff from the local veggie guy, or even from your own garden.
I have a sense that lots of children will be seeing and working with yeast for the first time, right?
That's magnificent. I love yeast.
It's very exciting to see
love
it bubbling away.
It's just, I made pita bread over the holidays, which I've never made, and that's a tablespoon of yeast.
So what decile schools are you targeting? Across the board, or are you all of them?
All schools.
Across the board. Because it's SCIDS who's running out this program, it depends on, they might not want to charge, or they might charge, depends on their decile.